So what do we know so far? The cleaning crew found the body.
Yes, the CEO's office.
Have we confirmed the time of death?
Roughly between 11:05 and 11:15 p.m. The cleaner found the body at 11:20 p.m.
Looks like the killer had access. Anyone from inside the company?
We don't know yet. I'm pulling employee logs and visitor access for the last week. This camera caught a vehicle leaving the premises minutes after the murder.
Who was driving that vehicle?
We're still trying to identify the driver. The vehicle has no plates or identifying marks.
Can you track it?
We've tried. The cameras lose it about 2 blocks away. Whoever did this was careful. We've synced the timeline to the moment right before the murder. You can go in and observe the scene directly. Remember, you can't interact with anything, but you'll see and hear everything as it happened.
Real-time access to the past still feels strange.
AI tools are changing how games are made, especially for indie developers with limited resources. But like any big leap forward, there are some serious moral questions to consider. Is it a creative blessing? Or could it be leading us into a new ethical grey zone? Let's break it down. What exactly is generative AI? It's a type of artificial intelligence that can create, whether it's art, music, text, or even full game levels, based on the data it's trained on. For indie game developers, this technology can be a game changer. Imagine generating hundreds of character designs or crafting expansive worlds with just a few clicks. That's the power AI offers. Tools like DALL-E, Midjourney, or procedural generation engines allow even small teams or solo devs to produce game content at a speed and scale that was previously unimaginable. The gap between a single indie dev or a massive studio is getting smaller thanks to AI. AI-driven tools can also open up new creative possibilities. Think about procedural generation in games like No Man's Sky or Spelunky. AI allows you to create massive explorable worlds without manually designing every element. And when it comes to writing dialogue, AI can create branching conversations that feel more dynamic, giving players a unique experience every time. The dialogue and voiceover for the intro of this video was created with the help of generative AI. But with all this power comes some big ethical questions. For starters, there's the issue of ownership. If AI creates the art, music, or code for your game, who really owns it? You, the developer, or the company behind the AI? And what about the artist whose work was used to train that AI? Many AI models are trained on massive datasets that include copyrighted work, art, music, writing, often without the original creator's consent. This raises a major ethical concern. Are these tools essentially built on the backs of artists and creators who don't get credit or compensation? Then there's the big question. Does AI threaten creativity? Indie games have always been celebrated for their unique handcrafted feel. When AI starts to play a bigger role, do we lose that special personal touch? Sure, AI can generate beautiful environments and complex systems, but does it have the emotional depth or creative soul that indie games are known for? Some argue that using AI too heavily could lead to generic soulless creations, games that rely more on algorithms than on passion. Others see AI as just another tool, like a pencil or a paintbrush. It's still up to the human developer to bring the real magic. For many developers, AI is seen as a creative partner rather than a threat. They use it to handle the more repetitive or tedious tasks like generating rough drafts or helping with ideas. But at the end of the day, they still have control over the final product, shaping it with their unique vision. Think of AI as an assistant. It can help you brainstorm or speed up production, but it's not the one making the creative decisions. It's up to the developer to give that AI-generated content a personal touch, whether that's through refining the design, tweaking the code, or injecting their own artistic style. As AI becomes more prominent, we might start seeing a push for transparency. Should developers disclose when their game is largely AI generated? Some players might not care, but others might feel that an indie game should be entirely handmade, reflecting the personal vision of its creator. This could lead to a future where we have labels for games that are AI assisted versus fully handcrafted, similar to how we label organic or free trade products in other industries. It all comes down to trust and artistic integrity. The future of AI in indie game development is still being written. As the technology evolves, we'll likely see more hybrid workflows, where AI helps with the technical tasks while human creativity drives the storyline, the emotion, and the vision behind the game. There will always be debates about how much AI is too much. Should we set limits on AI's role in game development? Or should developers be free to use whatever tools they want? One thing's for sure, AI is changing the landscape of indie games, and it's up to the community to decide how we move forward. So what's your take? Is generative AI a huge win for indie developers, or are we heading into a slippery ethical slope? Let me know in the comments below. Then check out this video to learn even more about AI in Unreal Engine.